Greetings, one and all. Welcome back to NHL 18 franchise mode with your Quebec Nordiques. Yes, we are back here to play the second half of the 2021/22 NHL season. Now, last episode, we started off the 21-22 NHL season and we got off to a pretty poor start, going under 500 in our first 10 games of the season. However, we managed to have a very good bounce back December of 2021, where we won the majority of our games, and some of the games that we lost took to OT, and we now have a record of 24 wins, 16 losses, and 1 overtime or shootout loss, which is good enough to put us in second place in our division behind the Winnipeg Jets. We're only down by 2 points on them as well. We're 12th in the league, and Erik Karlsson leading this team like he always does, 49 points in 41 games. So we're going to go at least to the trade deadline and then to the end of the season at this episode, or during this episode, I should say. And we've got a few guys on the trade block, to be honest. I think we should look at our trade block, actually, because the guys I want to stick on the trade block, number one, Sam Reinhart, because he's just not played very well at all. Browse trading block, here we go. So, yeah, Sam Reinhart, he's really not produced as a first-line player. I probably should go to our trade block, shouldn't I? Cam Fowler's up on the trading block. That could be an interesting pickup for us. But yeah, I want Sam Reinhart up there, and I want, who else is it? What's his name? Oh, Matthias Ekholm, that's the one. So Sam Reinhart, where is he? Reinhart, you were on the trading block, son. Soz. Then we have defenseman, we have Matthias Ekholm to go on the trading block as well, because he's 78 and he's getting paid way too much money. He could go to a contender. So Reinhart and Matthias Ekholm on the trade block for us. Burakovsky's happy to be taken off the trade block, but the others won't be happy to be on the trade block. So, I don't really want to change too much about this team, because we've started to win a lot of games. So we're going to go up until the trade deadline, see what offers we get, see if there's any offers we can make, see where the team's at, and find out if we need to make any moves. So, we start with an away game against the Rangers, and we lose 2-0. That's a great start. Hopefully that's not a sign of things to come. We then shut out Arizona 4-0. That's pretty good. Okay, so we've scouted forwards for a month in all of those places. We'll scout forwards for 3 weeks in Mother Russia. A game against Detroit, we win 5-1. Good. Against Columbus, we lose 3-2. Okay, it was a close game, but unfortunately, not close enough. Against LA, a shootout loss, we take a point. Against Pittsburgh, we lose. Against Calgary, we win 4-0. Good, we're 27-19-2 so far. Player morale. What's up, fellas? What do you want to chat about? Oh, Matthias Ekholm's very unhappy. You want to be traded? You think anybody is going to step up with an offer based on your recent efforts? Oh, Oddman Rush is salty today. I love it. Elias Anderson is back in the lineup. That's good. Okay, game against Winnipeg. We lose 2-0. Get shut out again. That's a bit of a pain in the ass. Against the Islanders, we get a point, but we still lose. Against Florida, can we get a win here? Best lines, Dylan Larkin's out. Against Florida, a 4-3 win. Good. We're almost at 30 wins this season. Scouting assignment, because the one in Mother Russia has been done. La Liga, we'll go 2 weeks in La Liga as well. Okay, home against Chicago. They haven't played very well this year. We've got to get this win. We've got to get this win. The Laval Lasers going just above 500. Jonas Brodin's injured. That doesn't help. Against Chicago, we lose in a shootout, or we get a point. Better than nothing. Against Minnesota, we... Come on, give us the win. Yes, 3-1 win. That's what I like to see. Hinostrosa is back into the team. I didn't realise he was injured, to be honest. Multiple players on Quebec are back. That's nice. Against Vegas, we win 6-0. Take that, Vegas. That's what you get for beating us in the conference finals a few years ago. Against Buffalo, we lose 5-1. Well, that's not good. But we've got 30 wins on the season, though. 2-0 loss against San Jose. We scored 1 goal in the last... Well, 3 goals in the last 3 games. Against Ottawa... Jacob Larsson's been injured. He'll be back in March. Against Ottawa, we've got to win. Good, a 4-2 win. I don't want any more of these losses. They're kind of poo. Right, we'll go 3 weeks in the SHL for them Swedes. Oh, okay, so the Minnesota Wild want to give us Matthew Dumba, but they want 2 first-round picks. No, not a chance, mate. Not a chance. Okay, against Carolina. Can we win this, please? Can we? Yes, there you go. Good. Back-to-back wins. We lost 3 straight, but we've won 2 back. Against Toronto, good. We've erased that 3-game losing streak with a 3-game winning streak. Nice one, fellas. Nicolas Delorier, yeah, I'll claim him on waivers if we make it to the playoffs. That'll be good for us. And he might be able to slot into the lineup straight away. Good, a 6-4 victory. Salo, no, I'm alright, thanks. Already claimed a defenseman off waivers this year. Against Nashville, a 3-1 win. Good. against Boston. Come on, let's finish this off with another win. Finish it off with a win, Boston. You know you want to give us a win. You haven't played very well this year. Come on, you know you want to give Quebec the win, fellas. Come on, you know you want to. Trade deadline, I know. Philip Isles back, that's great. Come on, against Boston. Come on, give us the win. You know you want to, Boston. Come on, Boston. Stop being mean, Boston. Come on, game. Go. Thank you, a 7-2 victory against the Boston Bruins. Okay, so the, this is interesting. So the Buffalo Sabres would like to take Matthias Ekholm off our hands, which would really help us. And they'll give us a 3rd round pick this year and a 4th round pick this year for Baptiste. Interesting. Baptiste, 79 overall, right winger. He's got less salary cap, so that would help us. And we get a 1st round pick for them. Well, yeah, 3rd round pick. Their 3rd round pick's going to be quite high. We give up our 3rd round pick. Yeah, you know what? I will take that trade. Thank you very much, Buffalo. That was a good trade. Best rosters for us, please. Okay, so we're up to the trade deadline. We have a record of 36 wins, 23 losses, and 4 overtime or shootout losses. Matthias Ekholm, thank you for everything you've done for the franchise. We are 3 points up at the top of our division. So 92 points for Arizona. Wow, we've beaten them several times, though. So we're one of the weaker divisions here this year. Nashville going 19-40-4. Chicago. How many teams do we have above 500? We have 4 teams above 500 in an 8-team division. Wow. That's pretty poor. So, 70 points for Erik Karlsson so far this year. If he had an 100-point season for us, I would be so happy. So, taking a look at Sam Reinhart, how good is he doing? He's got 37 points on the year. He's just not cutting it as a first-line forward, I've got to be honest. Ramsey's got more points than him, and he's a first-year player. He's up at an 85 overall as well. Nice one, mate. Burakovsky's at an 84. Taylor Hawley's a 20-goal scorer. That's decent. Erik Karlsson's a 20-goal scorer. 50 assists. Damn. Larkin, he's got 55 points in 57 games. That's decent. Elias Anderson with 26 points. Hudon with 24 points. Yeah, Sam Reinhart's got to go. Sam Reinhart's not ready to play on this team. So we need to find a eligible suitor for Mr. Sam Reinhart. Now, the only thing is, we're not looking for picks and prospects. We need to get something decent. Sveshnikov's back up to an 85. That's decent. He hasn't scored many points, though. But Sam Reinhart, for the amount that we're paying him $5 million this season. I'm not really that keen on keeping him around. Ramsey's a much better replacement for him. And he's a second-line forward now, so there you go. Yeah, I'm not really too happy with this. Tierney, you're up at a 79, but how's Lee doing this year? He scored a respectable 15 points. I'll stick him in the line again. He's 78 overall. He deserves a chance. I think what would be good is if we... Now, I don't really want to take the chance away from Nikitin, though. We just kind of need to go a player-for-player swap here, don't we? That would be the best thing. I mean, I don't mind keeping Reinhart round if we need to, but I would like to trade him away to a team that has a player that can replace him immediately. Like, one of those normal Nashville one-for-one swaps. That's what I'd like. So, Sam Reinhart, who do these guys have on their list? Nobody really that good. Okay, that's fine. Oh no, what I can do is I can go this way, can't I? So I want to look at their right wingers, don't I? Let's look at their right wingers and see if they've got anybody interesting. So Arizona, they have Duclair and Fisher. They're not going to want to trade either of them. That's fine. Boston, they have Gustav Nyquist, but he's signed to a monster contract. And Elias Lindholm, no thank you. Buffalo, they have Alexander Nylander, which would be decent. He's earning $5 million a year, though, for the next 2 years. So how's his production been this year? Well, I mean, that's like a million times better than Sam Reinhart. He's got, what, 53 points this year. What about Calgary? They have Frolik. That's not very good. Carolina. Nope, nothing there. Chicago, they have Patrick Kane, of course, but I'm not taking that. Grigorenko at 84. We've got Seth Griffith at 85 overall. He's earning much more, but he's had a decent year for him. The Dallas Stars, they have Gurinov. He's earning $4 million for the next year, and he's had a decent year, I guess. Detroit, they have Pasternak and Anthony Mantha. Oh, that's an upset Anthony Mantha as well. How good has this season been? He's had decent numbers. I'll keep an eye on that one. Something's happening in Detroit where those players really don't want to play there. Helm, nope, nothing crazy. Toffoli, no. Minnesota, they've got the other Ramsey. My Ramsey's better. Let's have a look. Montreal, they've got Sherbak. Nashville, no. Braden Shen's upset. Interesting. New Jersey, they've got Zadina, of course. He's 83 overall. I think Anthony Mantha might be a good pickup. If we could pick up Anthony Mantha, he's on their trading block. He's 82 overall and he's upset. I mean, he's got a bit of a salary cap, but he comes off that contract next year. So I would be happy to take that contract. Could I package in... I might package in my first round pick from this year, actually. Or I could do the first round from next year. Now, the first round this year has more trade value. So I'm kind of thinking, we've got a team that's capable of winning this. Do I sacrifice a first round pick, is the question. I might sacrifice next year's first round pick, because they want that. And do I have a skater matching the block that could add into it? Maybe a prospect. Ramsey, you're staying without a doubt. Petterstrom, 77 at 22. Brodin, Nikitin, I kind of want to keep you around. Kind of one of these guys down here. Green, 77 at 21. Tumanin, 75 at 21. 77 at 22. Slater Kokowek, I can add him in because he's a restricted free agent. But then they'd have more than 45 skaters in the organisation. Okay, so I'm going to try Anthony Mantha for Sam Reinhart and a first round pick in this year's draft. Will that go through? No, it won't. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Maybe add a pick from this year. Got to be smart about this. Maybe add Buffalo's third round pick in there. Because we got... Actually, no, can we add their fourth round instead? So I kind of want that third round because it's a decent third rounder. So Sam Reinhart for our first round pick of next year and a fourth round pick this year for Anthony Mantha. Will that go through? No, okay, fair enough, fair enough. They drive a hard bargain here in Detroit. I will try a third round pick then. Okay, I'll try a third round pick from this year because then I get to keep my first rounder and I have a first and a second. Then I have 2 fourths, I think. So Reinhart, a first from next year and a third from this year in exchange for Anthony Mantha. Will that go through? No, it won't. You drive a hard bargain here, lads. Fine, second round pick. So Reinhart first, second for Mantha. Please, can this go through? No. Oh my lord. I'm not offering up 2 first round picks here. Okay, let's try my first from this year because it's got more trade value, and my second from next year because they've got the same sort of trade value on them, if I'm right. Okay, so just swap around the picks that we're giving away. Oh, it doesn't want me to go on to propose trade, so let's just do that. Okay, now we can. So Reinhart, first from this year, second from next year, in exchange for Anthony Mantha. Will that go through? No. Oh my god. What else do you want? Right, let's chuck in a fourth rounder from this year as well then. For Anthony Mantha, will that go through? Oh my god, I'm giving you everything you want. Third rounder. So, first, second and a third with Sam Reinhart for Anthony Mantha. I'm seriously overpaying, but this guy, he could be legit. Will that go through? Yes, it will. Okay, Anthony Mantha has joined the team for Sam Reinhart, a first, a second, and a third round pick. So go best roster for now. So in terms of the draft picks we have this year, we have a second, a fourth, a fifth, sixth, seventh, and next year we have a first and a third. Okay, so Anthony Mantha, please be over 85 overall. Because otherwise, I gave up a huge amount for you. Anthony Mantha, 88 overall. What an upgrade there, ladies and gents. And he's so happy to be here. He's a first line forward. Oh, I love you, son. I'll rebound. We got a fair deal in this trade, and he loves that response. So we've got a legitimate first line here now. Taylor Hall, Dylan Larkin, and Anthony Mantha. And all of them are pretty much in the prime of their career at the moment. That's nice. Okay. Detroit, you have had 3 grumpy players on your roster that I have stolen from you over the last 2 years. Thank you, Detroit. I love you. That's the only trade I really want to make, because we've already traded Ekholm away. So let's see if we can make the playoffs with this upgrade. So actually, first I want to check, how many points does Anthony Mantha have at the moment? Let's double check this, because I want to see if he produces decent points on this team. I gave up a lot for Anthony Mantha, but when you're contending, sometimes that's what you got to do. So Mantha's got 45 points in 63 games. Got to keep a mental note of that. 45 points, 63 games. Let's see if he can bounce back with this team. Hopefully he'll flourish and help us to the Stanley Cup. But let's find out. First we've got to make the playoffs, folks. So let's go to the 11th of April. We have a game against Montreal to begin with. We need to improve our top 4 defensemen. Didn't do that. I improved our top 4 forwards. And we start with a 3-2 loss against the Montreal Canadiens, our rivals. Like, isn't that brilliant, folks? Against Colorado, take a 1-0 overtime loss. We get a point shootout win against Anaheim. Good, good. Player morale. How's it going, fellas? What's up? Baptiste, how you doing, bud? You won't regret trading for me. I think we've got a fair deal. Nice. Thanks, mate. So, against the Edmonton Oilers, come on. We're going 1-1-1 so far. Sammy Vatanen's been injured. That's a pain in the arse. Against Edmonton, good. A 4-1 win. Against Washington. Can we get 40 wins this season in the next 2 games? I think we can. I'm getting excited now, guys. This is good. Let's scout 2 weeks in the ELH. Against Washington, we take a 4-2 win. Good, good. Chris Tierney's been injured. That's a bit of a pain. Sammy Vatanen's back. That's good. Against Dallas, a 4-2 loss. Okay. 45 points, 63 games. Against Tampa, an 8-0 loss. Oh, that wasn't very good. Come on, boys. Against St. Louis, let's get this win. Oh, come on. Against Philly. Thank you. 4-0 win. 40th win of the season for the Quebec Nordiques. We beat the Rangers. Good, good. 41. Another win against Arizona. They're one of the best teams in the league, and we keep beating them. That's a good sign if we come against them in the playoffs. So then let's scout defensemen now, shall we? Let's scout defensemen for 3 weeks in the queue. Okay, against Detroit. We take a 6-2 win. Thank you very much, fellas. 3-1 victory against the Columbus Blue Jackets. A 3-1 win against LA. A 3-2 win against Pittsburgh. A 4-2 loss against Calgary, unfortunately. A 7-1 win against Winnipeg. More like loser-peg. 4-1 win against the Islanders. And let's finish this off with a win against Florida. Come on, boys. You know you want to. Sammy Vatanen's been injured. That's a pain. Against Florida. 5-4 loss. We've got 48 wins on the season for the Quebec Nordiques. And I think we've qualified for the playoffs. Yes, we have. We had a 100-point season. Eric Carlson going a point per game for the entire season. Thank you very much, mate. So, 101 points. Calgary had 120 points this year. Oh my god, that's incredible. 3 teams in the Pacific Division had over 100 points. We were the only team in our division to have over 100. 2 for the Atlantic and 4 for the Metropolitan. Wow, the Metropolitan Division is killing it right now. So, Anthony Mantha, 45 points, 63 games. How did he He got 62 points in 82 games. So he got another 19 points. I want to say 19 points. 45 points in 63 games, wasn't it? So no, it wasn't. It's 17 points. 17 points in 17 points in 19 games. So that's really decent. That's really decent for Anthony Mantha. Thank you very much, son. Dylan Larkin, 72 points. Taylor Hall, a 30-goal scorer for us. 67 points in 78 games. Ramsey, wow, 45 points in 82 games and 85 overall rating. Sveshnikov, only 26 points. He's a little bit upset, but there you go. Hudon, 31 points for us. Vatanen, 31 points. He's injured, though. Chris Tierney, wow, he played 63 games this season, got 31 points. 40 points for Lias Anderson. That's a good turnout. And then 41 points for the 79 overall Baptiste. That's decent. Okay, so we actually had a really good season here, guys. Let's see if we won any of the awards. I don't think we will have. So the Art Ross, I know this is the year before, isn't it? Yeah, I think this is the year before, because, no, it's the 2020, no, because we're in the 21-22 season, aren't we? Yeah, we are. So where does that rank us? This 101 point year, that ranks us as, where are we? 9th place in the entire league. That's decent. We weren't the last team to hit 100 points. So after a pretty poor start to the year, well, some teams have another game to play, but we've definitely clinched our place. I don't think we'll lose. Well, Colorado might win and take first place out of the division out of our hands. And they did, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. They had more overtime wins. Or overtime losses. They must have had more regulation or overtime wins. Okay, so we technically got second. We were tied for first in our division, which is a shame, but there you go. So, the AHL season's ended as well. We've made it through to the playoffs, got 46 wins this season, and we are up against the Winnipeg Jets for the first round of the playoffs. So we have Calgary against Vegas. We have, let me just see this. So we've got Tampa, Philly, Washington, Carolina, Ottawa, Florida, and Columbus, Pittsburgh. Then we have Calgary, Vegas. We have Colorado, Dallas, Edmonton, Arizona, and Quebec, Winnipeg. So we have a Canadian matchup here. The only Canadian matchup so far in this playoffs. Let's hold the team meeting before we play the game. Don't want to sim the first game of the season like last time, do we, folks? So, yep, whether it's game 1 or game 7, everyone loves it. That's what I like to see. Beautiful. So, next episode, the 2022 NHL playoffs. Can the Quebec Nordiques win the Stanley Cup this year after going to the finals last year? I guess we'll find out. But I'm going to end this episode here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you have enjoyed. Please feel free to like, subscribe, share, or watch some of my other videos. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.